It's Live with Antonio and Molly,
where we get candid about our lives and break down the latest in entertainment news.
just the truth, no filter.
Oh,
Hey everyone, it's Live with Antonio and Molly. I'm Antonio.
and I'm Molly.
We have a special guest in the studio today, Mystic Michaela, our good friend. We're super excited to have you, Michaela. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, you guys. I'm so excited to be here.
We literally have been waiting for days for you to come. We've been so excited. Months to have you on air. You were like our number one guest that we wanted to have.
Guys, that's so sweet.
You offer something so different, and you're a very dynamic person.
Oh, thank you.
So we want to have you on.
Oh my gosh, it's my privilege to be here. I just love you guys. I love your energy. I've been watching since you started, and I'm like obsessed with the show. So thank you so much.
you.
I'm a fan.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Total
We're a
fan.
fan of you.
Woo.
Huge fan. You have been on a lot of shows lately.
I have
Can you
been.
tell us a little about what you've been on?
Sure. I was on like Real Housewives of Orange County. The last season, I was at this crazy dinner, so I was on there because I'm Megan Emmons' friend. And ever since then, like a lot of doors have been opening. Just recently, I was on the Pickler and Ben show, so I've been
Amazing.
doing a lot of cool different things. And I was at the event in Boca with Siggy and Dolores.
That was
and I got
so
to
much
read
fun.
Them on
So
stage,
fun.
Which
So
was
much fun.
So like meeting Siggy was like, oh my god, she's
That's
so
so
over
funny.
the top. I loved it. And
That's
Dolores,
so funny.
of course.
Yeah, they're amazing.
Yeah.
They're really cool people to be around.
I love Housewives. They're so much fun.
Who else have you read besides Housewives? Because I know personally
Yeah.
you've told me that you read some pretty big people.
Yeah.
But who else
I
besides?
always
Or
go
can you
blank with
share?
Yeah, can you share? Like,
yeah, I always go blank when like people ask me this question, like, because I always remember like my housewife ladies, and then like Teresa Giudice I've read.
Okay.
And like,
what did you hear about her? Because there's
Oh
a
my
lot
God.
going on with her.
Yeah, there's a lot going on with her, right? Like,
Yeah.
well, I read her like right before her mom died, so
Aw.
which is kind of sad. So it was about the mom a lot, but ever since then. I mean, but I think she's gonna stay with Juicy Joe. Like, I really do. I really do. I think-
Interesting.
yeah, she's
'Cause
just.
there's a lot of debate about that.
I
Yeah,
know.
there's a whole bunch of things going on
She's
in the
old
tabloids.
school, man. Though I don't know.
Absolutely. No,
She's old
can't
school.
wait
We'll
to see what happens
Yeah, we'll
with
see what
that.
happens with that.
Who else have you read in Hollywood?
Jenny McCarthy.
Oh,
and Donnie,
I love her.
Right.
That's so
She's
cool.
so fun.
Yeah, she's so great, and she's yellow and purple. Like, cause I see auras around people.
Yes,
so like
you do.
everybody has like an energy field around them. I see it in colors. That's the aura. So I read Jenny McCarthy and I read Donnie Wahlberg, which was just. I mean, he was probably the nicest person I think I've ever read in my entire
Really?
life.
Really?
Like,
what about me and Molly? We're not the nice
oh
people.
yeah, sorry.
Go right back to
It's all about us.
break it gently, break it gently.
Yeah, literally.
They're like married and they're nice, so it's
Yeah.
like weird, you know. So like it was such like a pairing of them. I can't even see them having like a fight or anything.
But
he-
no, they seem like a really great,
Yeah, like they-
authentic
Like
couple.
a fun couple.
supportive.
Yes.
Like, let's go on a road trip tomorrow.
Yeah, I was a little scared to meet her too, because she got that saucy vibe or that. But I feel as like when I met her, like she only reserves that for people who have like an attitude or something like that.
Okay.
And like I don't, so
Right.
You know, I have like zero ego. It's like on
Yeah.
the floor. But like, so she was like very nice to me, but I was a little nervous about it. But she was great. She was awesome.
That's
I
so
read her.
cool.
Mhm.
You're like touring around the country.
I try.
Doing it.
I try to get around a little bit.
That's so cool. That's such a fun life. So, what exactly are you? Because there's so
Yeah.
many names and stuff.
Right.
And tell everyone who you are.
So I'm a
and what you
psychic
do.
medium, but I specialize in reading auras, which is the special energetic life force around people. And there's 5 main aura colors, and they each have characteristics. And you have inherent colors that are you. And I try to help people lead authentic lives by telling them what their aura color is and how to get kind of like their life in line with that, because you have to accept who you are. You can't be what you're not. So that's the aura thing. But yeah, I do predictions, you know, for the future. But the future is like a funny thing because it's very like free will connected.
Sure.
So, and then I also do mediumship. Privately, I'll do mediumship, like, you know, people who've passed, loved ones on the other side, and I'll connect with them for loved ones and whatnot. So I do kind of everything, but I like the aura stuff. That's
Sure.
like my favorite.
So when you look at Antonio,
Yes.
what aura
Oh my
do
God.
you see
What do
around
you see?
Antonio? I'm fascinated to hear this.
Well, and you know, because he's in this field, he's like kind of made for it because, well, you have an indigo aura.
That's what I've been told.
Yeah, right?
I should have a radio show.
Oh, you really should.
I know. Live
wait.
with Antonio Molly. Let's do it.
It's happening. Because, well, so indigo's not one of the 5 main colors. It's
Okay.
like an off aura color, so it means like you're emotionally
Of course,
psychic.
I'm off.
You're different.
She said it, not me. She said it, not me.
But you're a little different.
All right, it's okay.
But you absorb into like like other people's realities to kind of understand what they need or want from something.
Yeah.
But at this age, it's amazing that you can do this because you're separating your own voice from that.
Yeah.
And you're absorbing into your own reality and trying to make that happen, which I feel like is happening for you.
I think it's happening.
Absolutely. But
I've
that's
been
why you got
working-
such awesome producer vibrations.
Yeah.
Like that's what you do. You know,
Yeah.
like you can kind of, and then you have purple. And the purple is like the creative, artistic.
Yes.
You know, like you don't mind the attention, you don't mind the spotlight, you can handle
No,
it.
I
Doesn't
don't
mind
I don't
the
like the attention. I don't like attention whatsoever.
You're not like a wallflower, but it's good that you like a lot of indigos like become like wallflowers because they can't handle it.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I think I could handle it.
You got it.
I
No,
think
you
we
got
could-
this.
You could like throw anything at me, and I could like duck, weave, and dodge it.
Yeah, you're
if I would
good.
need
You're
to.
good. You have a good balance
Thanks.
of it. Absolutely. Yeah. So that's what makes you work. But it's rare for an indigo person to want to do this, but I think it's because you have enough of the purple that you're very balanced. So like you
Interesting.
want to,
Yeah.
but you can separate it too. Like
No,
you don't.
totally.
Yeah.
There's times where like sometimes I can honestly be shy around people.
Right.
Like in ways
Yeah.
where like I just don't like I don't know you that well, so I won't talk.
Sure, I
as
get that
much.
way too.
You know.
Yeah. If you're not. You're very easily can like sense a vibration from somebody too.
Absolutely.
Like if they're even worth knowing or
Yeah.
like if they're worth like sharing with or opening up to because that's like a big thing for you.
Yeah.
To kind of open up to people.
Yeah.
So like you're very open and like
Absolutely.
but only with people who you know can can treat you nicely
Yeah,
because
yeah.
of it.
Absolutely.
But that's like all your work with dogs and animals and
Yeah.
things like that. Like indigo people like not just love animals, like their heart bleeds for them.
Yeah,
like,
no, I love working with animals.
And it's always going to be like a platform for you.
Absolutely, and
Yeah.
that's something that I want to keep with me forever.
Oh, I will.
So what about Molly? I want to know about Molly.
Yeah,
There's
so-
a few questions I have about Molly actually.
Well, Molly.
First, just with the aura colors.
Right.
The aura.
Well, today, Molly. See, I've read Molly before. Molly's like yellow with like a turquoise color.
Well, she's blonde.
Wait, yeah, that's true.
Don't say yellow.
Yellow?
It's blonde.
It's like very blonde. Is that like a special hue? Like, is there a name for that? It's a pretty blonde color. But she's got a yellow aura, so it's like, she's so organized. You know, she's got a million things going on, but she'll never look like she does. Like you can somehow.
Sometimes I see it though. She'll crash on
Because
me.
you're
I'm like,
emotionally
everything's
psychic.
fine.
Everything's fine.
Fine's like your word. Like, you're like,
Yes.
I'm fine. And like, people will pile it on you because they're like, oh, Molly can do it. And then you do it.
Yeah.
And so that's like totally yellow because like you're perfectionistic. You're not going to let your projects are your babies. Like, you're
Yes.
never going to let them drop.
It's true.
That's so true about Molly.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then she's also turquoise, which is, we named it Tiffany.
Yeah, Tiffany blue.
It's her own signature
Of
color.
Shocking.
course.
Shocking.
Of course.
Which is a super rare color. That's just her empathic
Did you hear that?
heart.
I'm rare.
You're
I was
both
rare too. Don't worry, Molly.
I never see I see indigo more than I see turquoise, like what Tiffany blue.
Yeah.
Like though, because that's like usually like in my world, like Reiki healers and stuff have that. Like so you're very
So I'm a healer.
you're super healing.
Healing? What are you healing?
She heals projects and things.
Oh, okay.
She heals.
She does pretty well.
She's good.
Well, with my friend, a lot of friends come to
I'm
me
sure.
for advice and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm really bad at giving advice to myself,
Sure.
but very good at giving it to others.
Everyone says it like your life's so perfect. Like, oh my god, like I'll give you and it's like no, it's like there's so many things going on.
Of course, because like you don't want to like offend other people with your emotions.
Yeah.
Right. But then,
So is yellow and Tiffany blue? Is that so? That's not a common.
that's not super common, but
Okay.
it makes sense for you
Okay.
because like well you said you were a teacher a long time ago and
Yes.
stuff. So, you know,
yes. I used to teach kindergarten.
Multiple jobs,
Yeah.
multiple hats.
Yeah, but you know, it's just like you see some, you have concern and care for a project or a person, and then you
Yes.
go into your organization brain to like, okay, let me just make this life better for you. But you have your own way of doing it,
Right.
So that's how you operate. So
Sure.
you know, it makes you like an efficient person and stuff like that. It can also get in the way of sometimes like like what you said, like connecting with yourself. So
Right.
so you're not really cool with people being like, "How are you doing, Molly?
Yes.
Let's talk about you." 'Cause
Yes.
it'll make you
No.
kinda
I'm
feel
not good when
stressed
people
out.
ask me questions.
No,
right?
I'll ask her things, and like even like friend to friend, and then she'll like freeze up and be like, I don't know what to say. But I actually have a question.
Yes.
So Molly has a little love.
Oh my god.
Not a
No,
love,
it's not
not a love, like
Not
a
love.
friend, like a friend.
Okay.
And I'm not really sure where it's going.
Okay.
And I want to know, and all our viewers want to know.
Yes.
I know you've watched the show. You don't know who it is.
I don't know. I was like dying.
But yeah, and we
know.
couldn't tell you.
Right.
Accidentally slipped up, but it's okay. But we're gonna show you a picture
okay, but I'm going to make it that
of this
nobody
person.
else can see
I
this.
will
picture,
Show
show
right?
everybody.
the camera.
Oh my gosh, is this recent?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
I know who this is. This is crazy. This is like so crazy.
Friendship. Yes.
Okay, this is a crazy friendship. Okay,
Yeah.
so all right.
I'm watching to make sure.
Okay.
Wait, face it towards the camera.
No.
Do you have any people who would love you for that? You will get booked for months in advance, years.
Here's what I get with him. He is green and purple, which is not my super fave combo in people. Just because he's got this chameleon thing going on. So it's like he can be
Absolutely.
who you want him to be in the moment. Now, he really thinks he is that person then he can go talk to somebody else and be that person too. I feel like he's very concerned with like appearances and that like he knows how things have to look for him and he does want a partner. So I feel like he's actively seeking like a partner.
Well, Molly's his type.
Oh, totally. Because like he does need somebody who's independent, but he needs too much of like, I think, a giver or something who would just like absorb their life into his. And I don't feel like that's Molly.
No.
You know, Molly's always going to be independent, got her own things going on, but he kind of needs somebody to like adore or like really like put him on a pedestal.
Like
or
a
something
puppy.
Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Molly has 2 dogs already. She doesn't need another
Right.
one.
And he does love dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So,
no, that's nice.
that
He, no, he
works.
feels like he's a nice, I feel like he's a good person. I actually feel bad for him because I really feel like he wants substance in
Yeah.
life.
Well, if you read the tabloids
But-
about him, that's what it says.
Oh, really?
That there's
Okay.
certain things that have been written about him.
Well, the green and purple for me, like when I see that in a guy and like it's my friend who wants to like date him, or I'm like, eh. Like I don't know.
There we go.
So should Molly continue this friendship or no?
I mean, I never like to naysay something,
Right.
But if it was me, let's say it was me, right? I'd be like, no, like but like
There
There's
we
your
go.
answer, Molly.
There we go.
Have you talked to him recently?
No, not in the past week. In a week.
Who was the last one to text?
He was.
Oh, so you just
I'm
ignored
very
him?
busy. Very, very busy.
a lot of things going on.
But green and purple people like that, like they're busy too.
Yeah.
Like he's probably really busy too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's probably
I think
got a
he's
lot
busy.
going on. But he's like very concerned with how things look on the outside to him. Like he wants to make sure, and I feel like he'd be attracted to you because you're in a way like that because you can organize life to look a certain way, but you're all about like it has to feel right.
Right.
But he
For sure.
doesn't know, he's not always emotion connected.
Right.
So it doesn't always have to feel right. It's got to look right. Sometimes he'll miss the boat on that one.
Yes,
Because
that
he'll
makes
be like,
sense.
wait, like he'll be like, something's not right here. And it's like talking to somebody in a whole different language. Like, what do you, he doesn't pick up on emotion the way
Okay.
most people do.
Interesting.
Absolutely. I think it's
Very
honestly like
interesting.
from what I know and like things it's spot on.
Yeah.
I
I
don't know
think
much
so.
about him at all, except
We'll talk after the
mean,
show. I'll
Yeah,
fill
we'll,
you in.
we'll,
that's huge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. That's interesting.
Yeah.
so back
Isn't
to
that crazy?
Antonio.
Okay. That's a total
What questions
mystery.
do you have about? What do you want to know about?
Something that I really I want to know the future all the time. You
Oh,
know,
right.
I want stuff to happen. I even text you randomly.
Yeah, I know.
And I blow up Michaela's phone and I'm like, hey, so like this happened in my life, like what's gonna happen like from here,
Right.
here, here,
Right,
here.
right.
And you've been spot on. You told me that I was gonna be working with Molly.
Yeah.
In a way, which
Now
is
that is
totally
so
weird.
crazy.
Yeah.
Because we
So
barely
weird.
even knew each
Oh,
other.
really?
Yes. I didn't like her.
Yeah. And
Really?
he didn't like me at first.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, like when it was so weird too, because like I think the first time I met you, I got such a weird feeling.
See, she gives us a
About-
weird vibe.
No, but like that you felt famous but not yet. And but you
That
are,
would
you know
have
what
been
I
to
mean?
me. I thought that would
Like
have been to me. not
famous
you.
in the how do I put it? Like where everybody, like a household name, like that kind of thing. Like the
Mm-hmm.
first time I went to your friend's house and everything. I don't know what I'm allowed to say or whatever. But like, and I always felt that. And then with you, when I met you, I was like, oh my God, like everything always felt too small for you. But sometimes like with future, I'll get like the present moment. It feels like it already happened, or something feels
Mm-hmm.
off, or you're not in the right spot. Because I know that the future is going to reflect something totally different.
Yeah. Well, you did mention the music industry.
Yeah.
That was going to be something in my life and I'm going to meet someone or do
Yeah.
something. And I actually, within the first like 2 weeks, I met someone within the music industry.
gosh.
And then now I have a radio show. So I don't know if like that like correlates to each other.
Well, and you're with
But-
Molly Muffin, who's going to be the
Exactly.
fourth member of Danger Muffins.
Absolutely. So we're going to take a quick break, everyone. And when we come back, we'll talk more of Mystic Michaela.
Yay.
You're listening to Live with is brought to you by Hillenbrand, a luxury PR agency that promotes luxury brands and businesses, including everything from logo design to managing social media and putting on large events. To get your luxury brand the best exposure, head on over to hillenbrandmedia.com, or you can follow on Instagram and Facebook at the @Hillenbrand Media. Now, let's get back to the show.
You've been listening to Live with Antonio and Molly.
We're back, dishing the latest on our lives and entertainment news.
that is. She knows what I'm talking about.
Hey everyone, we're back live with Antonio and Molly, and we're here today with Mystic Michaela, celebrity aura and psychic medium. So, I need more information from you.
Yes.
Where do you see Live with Antonio and Molly going?
Oh,
We really want to know.
So it's like a short, like I don't have, I'm gonna use all the wrong vocabulary.
It's okay.
It's like a short show, right? Like it's for a limited amount of time.
Yes, because we're going on hiatus for the summer.
Okay, but I see it picking back up. Like I don't see you
Really?
guys stopping this. Something with this studio.
This studio?
Yeah, I feel like it's not. You take it to a different one. I don't know how that would work, but I
Okay.
don't see you guys staying here.
Okay.
And I guess something with more. I see different media around it now. I'd see like different cameras. I see like different lighting. I see different equipment.
Lighting's
stuff
always
like
good.
that.
We need good lighting.
I feel it's just the production getting bigger. That's what I get. Like whatever it is.
Do you
I
see
feel the
it
production
soon or like 5 years from now? Like,
No,
I need to know like timelines. You know,
gosh.
I
I'm
not
like
getting any younger, Antonio.
I like literally. Neither am I.
It feels soon. And I get like, the other thing I get is that, what was I going to say? Oh, is this production? All right. So the production getting bigger on it.
Okay.
Oh, traveling. I get like different locations.
That's what I see. I've been saying that. I know you
Yeah.
watched the show. Hopefully, you
Right,
watch the show.
I do.
I said the Bahamas.
Oh,
We should do it in the
yeah,
Bahamas.
right.
Like go like do segments on the road.
Yeah. I get like just all over the place. I get different. It's good, but you'll
I'm
have the
down
money,
for it.
and I get it paid, like whatever that is,
That's
like
good.
more
That's
money,
always a positive.
like more financial
Paychecks are
stuff.
beneficial. Paychecks are
More
very
cash.
beneficial.
Like I get that, which is good.
That's
so I
good.
feel like it's happening. The thing with the future is like the timeline can be long, the timeline can be short because like
Is it
spirit-
definitely happening though?
I feel like it's happening for you. It's just like
Okay.
the thing with it is like spirit doesn't go by on like all right, a month from now. They go like,
Yeah.
did you learn the lesson? Did you learn the lesson? Did you learn the lesson? And like the lesson can be sometimes something like really within or like annoying or whatever.
Yeah.
So you got to kind of get over it too. Like I'm okay in this present moment. Like that's a lesson. Like I'm okay if things were like this. And Yodi's like no, but like if things were like this, I'd be okay.
Yeah.
I'd do something else. I do like that. Sometimes the lesson, and then you get it where you want it anyhow.
Yeah.
You know,
That's-
that's kind of what I noticed with.
No,
with
I'm
how
excited.
Spirit
I
sends you
love
stuff.
work with Molly. I think we have a
Yeah.
great dynamic.
Yeah, you have fun.
So yeah,
And
it's
fun
just,
is a vibration that pulls abundance.
absolutely.
Yeah,
I think when like you put us together, it's just like a tornado of
oh
fun.
my God, you guys need to interview.
It's a tornado.
Like I see more celebrities, but
Really?
like.
Are
I
we the
texted you
celebrities?
this about the other day. I'm like,
Yes.
you need to get like a whole event or something.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
it's be so much fun to see that.
Absolutely.
Now, I have a question.
Yeah.
Have you always had this gift? Like, when you,
Yes.
growing up, did you know that you had this gift?
Yeah, so I have a psychic family. Like my mom, my uncle, it kind of goes up my mom's side. So I grew up in a psychic family. I'm the only one that can see colors. Although honestly, I didn't really notice that was weird until like I got older because it's just like
Oh.
like how do you explain like smelling something to other people? Like I
Right.
don't know, I smell things. Like you smell like
Yeah.
you know, you don't. And like as I look back, I'm like I would make assumptions about certain colors based off of like my experiences with them. Like purple people fun, red people scary. You know, like that.
Have you ever met any red people and like lied to them and like said like,
My husband's red.
oh really?
Yes. I know, right?
That's so
That's
different.
interesting.
Yeah.
But like,
But you actually said
Yeah.
when you read me before that I should be with a
should be-
red.
yeah, you'd be good with a red. Like you need more like now it depends it depends how you wear it too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so everybody's always goes to red like the bad color, but it's not.
It's a
just,
power color.
It's a
Molly
power
likes to wear
color.
red. Molly looks good
I
in
do
red.
like to wear red.
Yeah. It's a control color. Like usually people who are red love to be in control. Some are scary controlling and some are like okay controlling.
Right.
Like some are just protective and a little caveman-y and it's okay. You know, and some are like psychotic. You know, so you have to like you gotta filter
So I
it
have to
out.
find some happy medium in there.
But I feel like you're more attracted to green people.
Okay.
Because
And green is, remind me what
green people are really smart. They always have their own things going on. They usually work for themselves.
Yes.
Like that guy is green, but he's green purple, which makes sense. He's in the artistic realms
Yes.
of the world because he's using his intelligence to maneuver that scene.
Okay.
Usually green people use their intelligence to maneuver like I'm the CEO of a company or I'm an engineer or I have my own business in tech doing something or whatever.
Right.
So I feel like they're usually super duper workaholic-y.
Yes.
So I feel like for you've been attracted to greens because like it does a couple things for you. Now we get a little deep. Like it help, like you said, you don't like somebody like all over you, like
Right.
emotionally.
Right.
Like green people will not be all over you emotionally. They're
Right.
like, you're fine, we're fine. But then it can kind of create a distance. I feel like you're ready for a red guy to be more like what is this? Like, why aren't you calling me? Like, let's hang out. Like, open up to me. I need to. So I feel like you're more ready for that.
Okay.
She's ready for it. Red
ready
people,
for
if
it.
you're out there, come apply. Applications apply within. So another question I have is, since you said that it has been in your family forever,
Yeah.
do your children have that power?
That's funny. Yeah. So my daughter's 9. My oldest daughter's 9. And
Okay.
my youngest is 3. And so my 9-year-old girl, like, she'll come home and be like, oh my God, so-and-so's so yellow. And she's like talking about somebody at school
Really?
or whatever.
That's so cool.
Yeah, like, but she'll complain about like yellow people because they're like, she's always trying to micromanage me or organize me or something. But I'm like, listen, your friend's trying to, make you friends with other friends. I try to explain it to her. That's what yellow people do.
Does she know what's like going on, or
It's
does
like because
she-
she's 9, like she'll see
Yeah.
a color, she doesn't know what it means. But like, yeah, colors have their own feelings too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so like there's different vibes. Like purple people usually feel fun. Like yellow people feel usually
I'm
like
fun.
really capable. Yeah, you're fun.
fun?
But yeah, yellow people feel like upbeat, positive. Like can
She's
do it.
always positive.
Yeah.
She's like, Antonio, don't worry. I'm like,
She's
no,
okay,
like
now
I need it done now.
Yeah, she's happy. She's a survivor. She's happy. All that. Yeah. And then my littlest one, I mean, she's 3, so I don't know yet.
Don't know yet.
Yeah.
So do you think that they're psychic as well?
I think my little one's like a healer. She's more
Okay.
like, because she's got like a Tiffany blue orange too.
Okay.
So like she's like very empathic about pain and stuff like that. But my oldest one, she does see colors.
Now that's weird. I will take on someone's ailment.
Stop it.
Like
Yes.
it's interesting that you say
A
that
sugar
about
glue thing.
Yes.
Yes.
Wait,
because
what?
when someone, if I like hospitals are very hard for me.
I know, yeah.
I will literally walk by someone and I feel like their pain,
Oh
or
my
like if
gosh.
someone's sad or going through something very
Yeah.
emotional, it's very hard for me. Or if someone's like not a good person,
Yeah.
I can sense it. It makes me feel physically sick.
Yeah, and there's no boundary to that
Yes.
except you're yellow. So like it's
Yeah.
hard for you. That's
Interesting.
why like
That's
a lot
so
of Reiki
cool.
Yeah.
people are that color because they channel energy through them and they can like go like, oh, your knee, something with your knee. Like
So
they
does
get drawn to
everyone have a
places.
little psychic in them?
Everybody has a connection to spirit. When you're authentic to yourself, that's how you connect with spirit. Every
Interesting.
single person. I try to tell people like this is how you're connected. This is it's different for everybody, but this is how you're connected. This is how you hear spirit. A lot of people don't understand that they're getting messages and being talked to and stuff like that. They think it's themselves or they don't
It's
ignore
really
it.
interesting.
Yeah. So everybody does.
Very
I think
cool.
a lot of people have like stories about that too.
Yeah.
Like after
Absolutely.
somebody passes, they'll get like a sign or a message.
Absolutely, yeah. I believe in signs.
Oh, I believe in signs
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, when
Like,
people pass over.
Things happen for a reason, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. So
So another question I have for you.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have a lot of questions,
Yeah,
as you
I
know.
love it. Yeah.
Where do you see me in the future, like business-wise, school-wise, since I am still in school, and just
Yeah.
like things in general?
it's so like I just don't feel you finishing school, but you would never finish school if you didn't have like an awesome opportunity. So I feel like that's what's going to happen. And I'm
Okay.
sticking with the 2019 timeline because like
Yeah.
I feel like this year is a big growth year for
This
you.
has been such a big growth. You know, I've been in this South Florida for a little bit now, and I've accomplished so much. I met so many people.
Oh yeah, you're good networking.
So it's just
You're like people
growing.
genuinely want to help you out, you know,
Yeah.
because you're genuine back.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I feel like you're going to get like some sort of major gig, and it feels like in the media, it feels like a public realm of
Okay,
some
cool.
sort.
Awesome.
But you're gonna project hop a lot. Like it'll be your whole
I have
life.
a project. I have a few things that I'm working on now.
awesome.
So those aren't announced
That's
yet.
you.
But
That's your life.
yeah.
You know, and it's
He's
your
just
life,
getting
too.
started.
Just getting
Right?
started.
Just getting started,
So
Antonio.
motivated. I love it.
That's great.
Thank you, thank you. I always try to do other things
No,
and
it's good.
keep
You got to
myself
change
busy.
it up. 'Cause that's what, like, you know, for you, like, change is really important. It's
Yeah.
important for you to change.
Absolutely.
And be challenged that way.
What about Molly? Where do you see Molly in the future?
Where
What-
do you see me a year from now?
Yeah.
Let's just say a year
a
from
year.
Okay. I really feel Molly in a more public spotlight, even more than you are now. It's silly to say. Like, sometimes I say something and it's so obvious, but I feel like, because you're blonde and you're pretty, but I always get like a beauty pageant vibe about you. Like,
Wait, really?
because I get like you're like, yes! I'm doing it.
That would be funny.
Because I get you being iconic.
That's funny.
You know, like there's something about you that I feel people like, what is this? Like, what is she
Wow,
wearing? What is
thank
she
you.
doing? What is she? And I feel like that's just going to continue for you because you do. And they're just telling you this now too. Like, I feel like you do. I mean, listen, we know you like to dress nice and you have you're fashionable and whatnot. But like, I feel like you also are good at telling other people that kind of. I see people like looking at you and wondering, what's that?
Like a
What's she
style
wearing?
icon?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Style icon.
Yeah.
It's a big role to
I
fill,
didn't
Molly.
really pull that out today.
No.
I see you being like where people were wondering about you.
Oh.
Like, what's she doing? That kind of thing. Kind of like people look at you and wonder about your life.
Okay.
But like, it feels big. So I feel the good, like in a year from now, and I feel like this would be harder for you to pull off at that time.
Okay, gotcha.
Unless it's in a bigger produced type atmosphere.
Gotcha.
Which you would totally like organize. Like you'd be like, oh, that's no problem.
I'll make it happen.
Do this but bigger? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's Molly's
What's
thing.
one more project?
Yeah.
One more to add to the plate.
Well, stay tuned.
So
Yeah.
you do a lot of projects, right? Yeah, you do feel
Yes.
very busy. But like, I don't know. You're the type of person like when you sit down, you're like, I should be doing this. I should be doing that.
It's very hard for me, but that's true with a lot of people. It's very hard for
Yeah.
me to sit still.
Yeah.
Because then I feel like I should be doing something, and then I feel
That's me.
guilty
All
that
the
I'm
time.
not doing.
Always doing something. Oh
That's
my
true
God.
with any mom, too.
Oh, that's some other things. Yeah.
Forget
that's
about the
true.
work stuff, just as a mom.
Yeah, good point. Yeah.
Right?
That is
It's
true.
like you don't have time to sit down. You have to be
No.
doing folding, cleaning.
Yeah, the homework.
Homework.
There's always something. Cooking, learning, so many things. Loving, teaching. All that kind of stuff. Mothers.
That's so funny. What other questions do you have for? I know your
should we-
daughter had a question.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes. So my daughter wants to know about her gymnastics, her
Oh my
future in
gosh,
gymnastics.
That's so exciting.
Yes.
Do you have a picture of her?
I do. You guys talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah, I love reading people's children's.
Let me find a
Because
recent
like
one.
kids all it doesn't matter how many kids you have, they're all gonna be different.
Yeah.
Like energetically. Oh no, what's her name again?
Sophie.
Oh, so cute. Okay, so with Sophie, she's good. Let me see your other one real quick. Yeah, okay. All right. So and what's your other one's name?
Carolyn.
Carolyn feels like very much like you in a lot of ways, like very like driven, and like will work until it's done and very like, and so I feel like for Sophie, sometimes as a littler sister, she feels more sensitive to me, like a little more absorbent. But I feel like with her, and she's going to do amazing because I feel like people really love her.
Yeah.
And they want her to be part of the team and the atmosphere. And I feel like she's really encouraging to the other kids around her. She feels like just a little sweetie. Like,
She is.
I love her energy.
I'm biased, but she is.
No, but she really does. Like, where Carolyn, to me, feels like she, it takes her a while to warm up to people.
Yeah.
Like, with Sophie, it's like, oh, no.
Immediate.
Yeah. She feels like a doll. Yeah, she could do so good.
Good. Awesome. I will let her know.
Yeah.
She'll
Although
be
she's watching.
yes.
She's
Oh,
watching.
good.
She's watching. She's
So she's
watching.
going to do amazing.
They are.
So that is all the time we have for tonight.
Oh my gosh, that
But
went
thank
fast.
you so much
Thank
for
you so
coming,
much for
Michaela.
having
We had
me
so much fun.
on.
We have to talk after this because
Yes.
there's more we have to get into detail about. But tune in next week on 1470 AM, 95.3 FM, and our Live with Antonio and Molly Facebook page. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. You've been listening to Live with Antonio and Molly
Tune in next week on 95.3 FM, 1470 AM.
and our Live with Antonio and Molly Facebook page.
The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its hosts, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff,